something. This doesn't look like it's working. Okay, let me stop. Sorry, this morning I've had a little bit of difficulty getting this going. It currently looks like it's working. I'm just doing a little quick run through. I'm Darker Q, and this is Children of Morta. I'm doing a little quick run through to warm up because I've got a boss fight to do and it's going to annoy me, so I thought let's start a little slower. Shows one of the older areas. And just thought I'd see what was going on. Currently have a mission to look for some herbs to heal some people. So I'm going to try to get that done.
Only the worthy may pass through such a barrier.
Nice.
A not-so-innocent game of chance and memory.
No, thank you. Okay, we're getting there. Again, I'm Darker Q's Children of Morta. I'm hoping very much to finish this game today. Aha! Found the plant I needed. Okay, get these guys gone. Pick this stuff up. These guys gone. What was it? There we go. I think this is it. Cool. Well, that's a nice start. Actually get something done. Oops. I know where the exit is, so I can go do this and we can go Hey, morning. For a record, I do have plans if I get this beat. I'm about ready to finish this. This is just a bit of a warm-up level for me. I need to make sure my not there. Need to make sure I was ready for everything. Where the crap is it? Took the fast way. Yes, this is one of the older maps. I'm just warming up, so to speak. Just seemed like a good way to get things started. With something a little easier, so to speak. Let's see, which one are you? Oh, you're this one. I don't like this one. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it started this before I'd started streaming today with just a little bit of a, well, let's get this warmed up. I noticed it was getting close to the time to start streaming. Said, well, you know, I can just start up with this. It's fine in the middle of it. Yeah, well, her rage ability actually really worked. Don't generally play with the rage abilities, but I'm trying to get better about doing that, because if I'm going to try to take down the final boss, you know, at least what I think is the final boss. Okay. Let's try this and we'll see how it goes, and then... hold on. Before I do that, I should look and see if I've got enough morve to buy an upgrade. 10,510. That's luck. That's extra money. None of that looks super useful for fighting him. Rage gain. Okay, now we go try it. Oh, should I try the character I was just playing? Should I try? She's 24. She's 24. You know what? I really liked her ability. Let's try her again. See if we can do this. Make the deadbeat dad sign the papers, you know? Oh, the loading screen's gonna kill me though. There we go. Okay, let's see what presents I get today. Oh, that's useful. I'll take that. Okay, that's pretty good. don't think that'll actually end up helping at all.
Upon the throne, the mountain god U himself, without Rheadena's love, the darkness had swollen inside him, consuming and uncontainable.
But if he's containing it, isn't it actually contained? So, not very uncontainable.
Without Rheadena's love, jealousy would swallow her children.
Away. Stop it. So close. We got an instant kill on him? What? What happened?
Heavy as iron and difficult to breathe in, the air burned their lungs. It was pitch black.
Oh,
The light meant protection and hope. And the Bergson had to rescue the others as well.
of course they did. Oh, you're kidding me. I gotta...
The darkness weighed heavily upon the hero, who knew that these final steps were to be taken shoulder to shoulder.
This is weird. Sometimes does. Where's the next one? Come on. Take those guys. Stop summoning people, you bad guy.
There it was, the protection of another light. Two more Bergsons found, but they all were still in danger from the darkness. The rest of the family had to be saved.
Probably 3 on the next one.
brought another light, fending off the darkness. And now, time was short, and haste was needed. The final battle was nearing its end. The Bergsons knew that this was the final step. Love must prevail over hatred.
This is chaotic as crap. Oop, I think I just did it. Nice.
The Supreme One, master of all and master of nothing. His greatest fear was made absolute. He was left alone. Left alone to his misery and failure, to the unending cycle of despair and pain.
Yes, I did.
He wished for its end, wished to bathe in an eternal darkness. Mercy prevailed as the wheel had turned back to kindness. That which was expelled from the heart returned. All the time apart melting away, along with all the pain, all the sadness, and all the misery.
Indeed.
Land met sky, two became one. Love ignited rapture as innocence flooded the space between breaths. Happiness and curiosity weaved, mixed, and tangled in a dance, a millennium in coming. As the One ascended, but will never leave, our family looked upon the mountain and land over which they were given ward. A family left exhausted was now more complete than before. A god once stricken with grief was now whole.
Grandma's back.
And a land once cast into chaos was now left in serene balance.
They or not.
As the story comes to its conclusion, remember this. When the time spent in this land is looked back upon, when daring feats are recited along with victories and defeats, remember that it was not a tale of heroes or villains, nor of good and evil, but one of family, and above all else, a tale of love. Go now, Guardian, and never forget.
Wow, a game that has a somewhat satisfying ending. I actually like that. A roguelike that had a story and a satisfying ending. Definitely did not expect it. I really enjoyed playing that, though. What a great, great, great name for a company, Dead Mage. And now credits will roll for probably far too long. I do like the music. Yes, and I like your interpretation of about Grandma. The point in the game where they took her away was a serious stop and like, did they actually do that kind of expression from me, so ooh, I like Vulture Head Studios. That's a good name too. Wow, Brian Fargo. The Bard's Tale. Fame. Yeah. I think that's what Dead Mage is a Middle Eastern company. A lot of these more indie style games have been more worldwide, I guess. Find myself playing a lot of games that are made by people in other corners of the world. A lot of skis on this list. I had no idea how you'd say the IT guy's name, but it's a cool looking name. Igor Perger Stork D'Souza. Now there's a mouthful. No, I'd hoped I'd finish it today and wasn't actually sure I would, so it's even better that I managed it. Credits get done. If nothing major makes me want to play more of it, then I've got a couple other ideas that we can talk about quick. Yeah, very. I don't think I realized this was a Kickstarter. That was the trend for a while. A lot of video games were Kickstarters, and then that stopped happening as people started realizing games take too long and would get upset at how long the wait would be. It's almost got a Star Wars-y kind of music going on right now. I find more and more of the Kickstarters tend to list people's names alphabetically by first name, and I always find it confusing. Exactly right, yes. Because I've been lucky with most of my video game Kickstarters that they've actually come out, not always quite to what they were supposed to be, but they've been, for the most part, good. But there have been a few people I've seen burned by vaporware that has never happened, and that just sucks. I guess technically I'm sort of down for one of the vaporwares, because I did kickstart, well, I don't remember what it's called. It's by the guy who was doing Wing Commander back in the day. It's, in theory, still coming out. I don't think it'll work on my computer when it actually comes out, but it's got feature creep going on. Yeah, totally. If I'd seen this one back in the day, I probably would have backed it, but still happy to have played it, and I thank Game Pass for making it available. Wow, these credits are long. There it goes, getting that Star Wars-y bass sitting in it. Oop, there we go. See, now my system's trying to go to sleep. Retro game players. So I spent the weekend helping Mary play through Alan Wake, a game that's a decade old now, and it was a lot of fun seeing that story happen again. Rich Game Fox. A very delicious burrito. My favorite backer. A very delicious burrito. And reminding you why you don't play them. Yep. Exactly. What event is going on Steam? I haven't signed into Steam in quite a while. I feel kind of embarrassed about that. I actually need to free up some space on this computer because I could probably download the Gears Tactics. It's part of Game Pass, and I just need to free up the space to make it work. So maybe next week we'll have Gears Tactics. Chris Rock, but probably not the Chris Rock. And there's the loady thing. So let's see what it has to say, because I'm not sure what happens when you beat it. Having finally just beat it. New Game Plus mode unlocked. You can access it from the save management window. Cute. I wonder what New Game Plus is. difficulty. Find the remaining stones for Uncle Ben. Oh, that's right, I had a subquest I've never even done. He found some stones he could make stuff out of, and I've totally ignored that. I'm a bad person. Right, so that's just difficulty. Okay, I guess that's the question now is, would you want me to consider going back and doing a New Game Plus start, or would you want me to try something else? I got a couple other games I could load up, but kind of thinking maybe trying the New Game Plus just to see what it is. Anything else going on? Okay. I guess that's the new daughter staring out over it. Yeah, so just to be safe, because I'm going to have to flick back a couple things, I'm going to flick back to my I'll be right back screen for a minute. So just give me a sec. And do that. And go back. Okay, so hold on. Let me copy to that. There. Now that I've done that, I feel better. I don't know why I'm nervous about it, but in the New Game Plus mode, you can play Children of Morta's story from scratch. You will keep unlocked characters. Oh, that means I can start with the good characters. Yay! Character skill tree progress, all resources, Ben's workshop upgrades, book array upgrades. You'll lose unlocked areas and dungeons, all quest progress. Noticeable increase in game difficulty, character skill point cap increase, level upgrades. Sure, why not? Yeah, it's not usually new, but no, I don't want even greater challenge. Go away. So it's been a while since I started this game from the beginning.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts. Aged wood creaked.
There's still a very good chance
the
there's some side quests I didn't get done that might pop up in a New Game Plus playthrough too, so I'll probably New Game Plus till the end of my stream today, and
near the
maybe
house
next week we'll do
stood a
something
shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort. Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry. The old seer's bones felt the weight of their
Yes,
age
Bloodstained
as
is
she
on Game Pass.
climbed.
So if you you'd rather see Bloodstained, I could play that
The
too.
only thought on her mind, has it begun again?
I actually kickstarted that one as well. Heck yes, skip the tutorial level. Because it's not fun.
The ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption. A cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them.
And it's interesting.
She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary. Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task, to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
It's true. I've heard this story from both Neil and Mark. Heck yeah! Flame time.
A celestial shard chipped directly from the ancient crystal in the sanctuary.
Shush. Go away. Let me do a round of this, and then maybe I can switch over to that game quick and show you a little bit of that today. Because I think it has multiple saves, and if it does, that would make it real easy for me to start from the beginning. It's been a while since I played, so I could check it out. Just let me do one round through this, because at her current level, I can't see her having too much trouble with the first area, but I might be wrong. My cat's walking around behind me.
Filling the winding tunnels of the silk-covered caves, the acrid taste of poison lingered in the air. Spiders. Linda told herself it was only target practice. As she readied her bow, they must find the spirit deep within the caves.
And then they disappear. Okay, yes. So now it's just the one character you picked. weird playing as her right off the bat. I remember being so excited when I finally unlocked her. You all need to stop. Slowing infected spiders is not fun. And at least I can do those things right off the bat. Originally, when you first start the game, you can't use the whatever they're called, the fountains that give you abilities. Technical terms. Fun against spiders. Pretty good against skeletons too. Bloodstained is basically a love letter to Symphony of the Night. By, you know, the dude who made Symphony of the Night. So, if Castlevania Symphony of the Night is your jam, Bloodstained's pretty cool. Kill them all, I do not care. The great thing about this character is I was excited because she's a pyromancer and she ended up being great, just like I kind of knew she would be. As opposed to being the type that's disappointing. Well, I've got it. Let's just use it. That's the first time I've ever used the rage ability in an actual dungeon. And for a second I forgot what character I was playing because I was like, why does he keep throwing lots of arrows out?
energy flowed around the room. Before the hero,
That's not terrible.
an object of the divine.
Sky Arrow. Fair enough. Fair enough. Resilient little buggers there are. Oh, stop. Another one? Seriously? Okay, well this could end up getting cut short. That sucked. Okay. I do like her little Snickers.
For those seeking refuge, one problem simply replaced another. Though he was relieved to see family, Uncle Ben's first thought was of scavenging the things he needed to repair the ramshackle wagon.
We'll just pretend we don't see this creature here. Yep, he is absolutely not here.
In front of the hero, an object
like
of
those.
divine energies.
Exactly. The funny thing is I still have that saved in a spot that I could bring it up really easily. Because, well, let's be honest, I'm lazy. It's still sitting where I left it. I could take it out, but it's work. Okay, so down. That's the other bonus to circling flames and the like, is they work as pot smashers. Come on, hurry up and charge out. Oops. Oh well. It was still fun. Okay. Now we just need to wait for it to finish doing all of its stuff and send me back. Exactly. Do this.
They gasped for air as the celestial shard brought them back, a sensation no hero could become accustomed to.
And then you do this.
As she heard John and Linda describe their foray, thoughts rushed through Margaret's head. The corruption had amplified the creature's wickedness, and no longer were they part of the harmony of the Rhea. With the new threats looming, Margaret asked Ben to prepare his workshop. He would have to take charge of enhancing the warrior family's weapons and armor.
Okay, so this should be a good spot for me to be able to stop. So I'm going to go back to my... Yeah, I don't see anything major going... Oh, hold on, what's this one? There's a dot. What's the dot?
She knew where it was coming from. Her ancestors had spoken of such corruption flooding down the mountain. But Grandma Margaret wanted to know what it was and what needed to be done to destroy it.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so give me a minute and I'll see if I can get the game switched over. Double check that it's installed. I'll go once again to my Be Right Back screen. Go back there. Now what? Give me a minute. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to have to stop the stream. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I need to get the game to update, and it won't update while I'm doing this. So be back in 5.